What's up, guys? Robbie here. Welcome back to Miitopia. Yeah, it's been a long time since you played Miitopia. Some of you might be wondering, Robbie, why are you making Miitopia content? Have you finally decided to do the post game yet? Well, yes and no. Yes, as in I kind of want to do the post game, but no, as in I'm not. That's not the specific reason why I'm making this video. Because the idea for this video actually came from a comment I got recently, about 2 weeks ago. This was from a user, Andrea Basile7894, and they were wondering if I could show off the cast for my Miitopia playthrough Twitch. Thought it'd be a good idea, and I told him maybe could do that for a one-off video, or if I decided to do the post game. And let's just say, Andrea, your wish has been granted. This video here, I'm making this just for you. I'm gonna show off all the different cast for all the characters. And I think that might be a good idea. But speaking of the post game, I would like to I have a request for you guys. If we're able to get this video, if this video is able to get at least 3 likes, I will play the Miitopia post game for you guys. How does that sound? Does that sound like a good plan? Sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get started. And where better else to start off this cast than with yours truly. So yeah, I'm a warrior. I chose a warrior class. That was my my first class as in Miitopia. Excuse me. Yeah, but I wasn't just I wasn't just a warrior in yeah, I also played a cat for a good bit of the you know, and I was also a scientist. Oh, I forgot. I forgot I had this outfit on. This is pretty cool. So yeah, those were those were the classes I played. Obviously, my war cry was subscribe, because that's what I wanted you guys to do. I wanted you guys to subscribe to my channel. Next up on we have my friend Logan. Yeah, I made him a mage, and his war cry is pineapple because he really likes pineapples. Don't ask me why. He just does. And he was an energetic mage. He was the first party member that I had on my team, and so that's pretty cool. And yeah, we got a Frozone. I'm kind of gonna be jumping around with some of these members. It's not me. It's just the way the game has the thing laid out. I don't know why. It just is. But yeah, we have Frozone. He was one of the my original 3 party members. He was the 3rd party member I got when we were doing exploring Greenhorn and whatnot. He is a laid back thief. And you can see his war cry is "Found my super suit." It was kind of a joke that the whole "Where's my super suit?" thing is obviously when he first joined the party, his war cry was "Where's my super suit?" But then when we got the hero gear, I changed the war cry to "Found my super suit." So that was kind of just a little joke I had. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Next we have Pearl from Splatoon 2. To be honest, I sort of forgot I had the off the hook as a party members of my team. If yeah, this playthrough was made back in like 2021, start of 2022. We didn't know anything about Splatoon 3, and that game wasn't out yet, and whatnot. 2021, 3 years ago was so different. I wasn't even an adult back then. I was still a teenager. Was I still in high school around then? I think I was maybe still in high school or at the end of high school when I started this, and then I think I left partway through, and yeah, specifics don't matter. But yeah, Pearl's here. She's a stubborn imp. I think her war cry is "Don't get cooked" because that's part of the off the hook motto: "Don't get cooked, stay off the hook," whatnot. Well, we'll get that to when we'll get more into that when we get to Marina. We have Zelda. And it's funny, I kind of find it fitting that we're talking about Zelda, considering Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom came out like a couple weeks ago. I'm not playing the game for the record. I do apologize. But yeah, Zelda was had her as a cautious thief, and cautious thief, cautious chef. If I could read, that would definitely help. And her war cry was Triforce of Wisdom, because that's what she has. So yeah. Oh, we have Tank Man. Tank Man. I think the reason I put Tank Man on the team was, well, I mean, first I thought it'd be funny if Tank Man was, well, a tank. I mean, he is a I do have him as a stubborn tank, but I also think the reason I had him on my team was, I think it was because, obviously it was a Friday Night Funkin' update at the time, with the most recent update there was Tank Man. Obviously, nowadays, Friday Night Funkin' has been updated recently. It's had it's got added Weekend One, and the Pit Stop update, as a Phantom Arcade refers to it as, but yeah, so yeah, Tank Man is a stubborn tank, and his war cry was "Ugh," because well, I mean, that was the name of one of the Tank Man songs in week 7 of Friday Night Funkin', and I just thought it'd be funny. And next is Camilla, or Camila. I'm not too sure how you pronounce her name, but yeah, you know her. She's from Fire Emblem Fates, and yeah, this was a slightly different time. I actually really liked Camila. She's probably my favorite character from Fire Emblem Fates, aside from maybe Corrin. And I may have had a little crush on her near the time, but maybe not as much. I mean, I think she's cool. And she was a kind princess, and her war cry was "Corrin, my dear." Because apparently she and Corrin had a thing together, despite the fact they were technically siblings, step siblings. I don't know. It's weird. Moving on, we have one of the weirder party members, maybe the weirdest party member I have on my team, Piranha Plant. I decided to put Piranha Plant on the team. I think it was when I was looking at like codes for like Mii's I could like put on my team, because that's how I've got like Mii's like Tank Man and like Pearl Marina and all that. It's how they look like this, because character design and whatnot. Because Nintendo went nuts with the character design for this game. So yeah, Piranha Plant. I put him on the team. I made him an air-headed flower. It kind of felt sort of right for Piranha Plant. I don't know. And his war cry was "Chomp." I mean, pretty simple, right? And we have Marina here. Yeah, I made her a pop star, and she's a kind pop star. And obviously her war cry is "Stay off the hook." And paired up with Pearl, "Don't get cooked, stay off the hook," whatnot. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I don't really have much else to say. I'm sorry. And I do actually want to comment. I did when I say I made her a pop star, I specifically made her the male pop star, because that's kind of more to go with the outfits the outfit that Marina wears in Splatoon 2. Kind of goes. I mean, she's wearing like a leather jacket and like a tank top, or something like that, or sports bra. I don't know. Oh, and I kind of figured maybe the male pop star outfits kind of went a bit more. Was a sort of fit her a bit more, so that's kind of what I went for. So yeah. And The last normal party member we have is Isabel from Animal Crossing. She was the second party member that I had on my first team, my Greenhorn team, and I also just realized I forgot to talk about like when I got like all the other people on my team. Let me just go back real quick. Yeah, Pearl. She was the first party member I got when we were in Next Door. Zelda was the third party member I got in Next Door. Tankman, I think, was the first. I think he was the first party member I got when we were in Realm of the Fae. Kamela was the second party member in the Realm of the Fae. Piranha Plant was the third party member in the Realm of the Fae. Marina was the second party member in Next Door, and Isabel was the second partner we had in Greenhorn. So yeah, Isabel from Animal Crossing. I made her a kind cleric, and her war cry is "Have a nice day, heart." I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. But yeah. And last but not least, we have Snowflake. This is the horse that we had in a Miitopia playthrough. There was no horse in the 3DS version of Miitopia. This is something exclusive to the Switch version. We had a horse. So yeah, and Snowflake's a girl. It's you. And you also got a bunch of team up moves and whatnot. So yeah. We have some relationships. I'm the best friend of Snowflake. I think it may be obvious. But I've got real big protagonist energy. Can you blame me? So yeah, those were the party members. Those were the party members. And now we're gonna get to the actual other outside cast. Yeah, so we've got a lot of roles here. We got a lot of people here to go through. So let's have a little trip down memory lane and see about these. So the Dark Lord, who was Dr. Cortex from Crash Bandicoot. It was kind of fun getting to do like a Cortex impression for this guy, even though I think like around the time it was I think it was when we met the ex Dark Lord version of him in the skyscraper. I think that was when I was starting to maybe lose the impression. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't do the voice as good as I thought I could anymore. Sad. Anyways, to the town of Greenhorn. We got some interesting here. I don't even remember half of these. Examine. So first up, we had the Carefree Guide Potato. I don't know why I picked this guy. I guess I just thought his face was funny or something. Self-proclaimed tour guide who doesn't really do a lot of guiding. And here we have Cherry Granny Eevee. Again, I'm not too sure why I picked Eevee for Cherry Granny. It's just what I did at the time. Always in high spirits, her smile is like a ray of sunshine. How cute. And we have a cheeky child minion. Don't ask. Okay, don't ask how. Why? I don't know. A cheeky child who's oblivious to those around him. Typical brat. I mean, I guess that kind of fits the minions, in a way. And, Worried Mother Uwu. Again, don't ask why. Tries to keep her child in check, but her patience is wearing thin. Yeah, that sounds like most parents nowadays. Anyways, next we move on to the lovey-dovey couple. We have a lovey-dovey man, Shaggy. He doesn't really love her, but he does enjoy her company. Like Archie with Velma Man! I guess I just really wanted to do a Shaggy impression back then or something. So yeah, nothing really else to comment on. Then we have lovey-dovey woman, Gardevoir. She only has eyes for him, but for how long? Dun dun dun. Yeah, I mean, this was kind of a cool God of War me. That was pretty good. And next we have Sarky Bloke Squidward. I mean, I guess it's kind of fitting of him. Looks down on others. Don't blame him though. He's had a hard life. Yep, that. It's like this character was made. It's like this role was made for Squidward. You know. Yeah. And last but not least, we have dubious Mayor All Might. Despite his flaws, still the most level-headed character in town. All right. Yeah, I think this was. I think this was this maybe around the time I was getting into My Hero Academia, or no, I think that was like maybe like a couple years before I made this playthrough. Or I guess I just picked All Might because I thought, why the heck not? So that's everyone in Greenhorn. And we got a few odd roles here. The roving photographer. God, I meant the photographer Donald Trump. Takes pictures of travelers in the hope that he can sell them all. Yeah, I mean, that probably sounds like something Trump would do. I mean, I guess I kind of picked it because I wanted to do my Trump impression. Like, I guess it was kind of funny. I'm a roving photographer. I take pictures of travelers in the hopes that I can sell them off. It's a very good business, you know. God. And we have the Quizmaster. It was Mr. Pringles. It's the Pringles mascot. An oddball who foists quizzes on unsuspecting adventurers. So, yeah, not really much to comment on here. It's the Pringles guy. So, yeah. The Prodigious Postman. I do not remember who I cast in this role. Oh, the villager from Minecraft. That's what it was. Risks life and limb to get his letters to their designated destination. Alright. There we go. The Roaming Gourmet. I remember this one. I remember this one for a specific reason. Why is it Flavio? Who is this guy? I could have sworn I had this guy as I could have sworn I had this gourmet as Gordon Ramsay or something. What happened? I don't know, but I guess Flavio here's the Roman gourmet. I think a critic in search of the choicest eats has a strange taste in food. Yeah, I could have swore I had Gordon Ramsay as the Roman gourmet, but I guess not. I don't know. Maybe something happened. I don't know. I could probably like change that later. Anyways, moving on. The Nintendo fan is Natsuki from Doki Doki Literature Club. Don't ask me why. It was just a thing, I guess. A fan of certain games company. She's very interested in Amiibo. And speaking of Amiibo, since I finished between me finishing the Miitopia playthrough and now, I found my Amiibo. I got my Amiibo on my bookshelf on my left. So I mean, I could actually finally scan my Amiibo in the game, and I could actually wear the outfits. So that's cool. Again, this video gets at least 3 likes. I'll do the Miitopia post game. So yeah, that's the. Next, we move on to the Castle Guard. I think I remember a few of these. Yeah, I think I remember these. So, we have the Serious Soldier Batman. I think I made this me myself, and I'm very proud of it. Whether royalty or a hill of beans, he'll defend it with his life. Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like something Batman would do. If you ask me. I also got to do a Batman impression as well. Yeah, the lax soldier Brock doesn't mind slacking off. It's Greenhorn for crying out loud. Alright. I'm not too sure what else I have to comment here. We have a left royal support Herobrine. eternally loyal to the king, but a bit too set in his ways. I'm not 100% certain why I picked Herobrine. I guess I just did, because why not? But also kind of funny because since the trailer for the Minecraft movie came out a little while ago, and obviously there's been this like Herobrine meme floating around. So the whole "you were supposed to be the hero, Brian." Actually, I like that name. So it's something like that. I guess I don't really know what else to comment. And last not least, right royal support Goomba. I I don't really know why I picked Goomba. I just did. He looks like he's trying hard, but really he couldn't give a monkey's something. Those were the castle guard. And now the royal court. I remember this one was it kind of had a bit of a theme going, but also was a little bit of an odd choice. So okay, so first we have King Obama, Greenhorn's king, much loved gentle giant with a large appetite. For some reason, I thought this was I thought it was a John Wick. I thought I had John Wick as the king, but I think that was my one of my 3DS playthroughs. One of my many 3DS playthroughs. I had John Wick as the king, but on the Switch I had it as Obama. Hello, my fellow Greenhorn people. I don't know. What do you call citizens of Greenhorn? I don't know. I got to do an Obama impression, so I mean that was pretty cool. And then everything else here was and we have Princess Peach, fairest in the land, the king's only daughter, harbors a secret love. And and in other parts of the love triangle, we have Prince of a nearby land, a princess next door, and the princess's fiance, arrogant but loves his mumsy. Oh yeah, I do remember. I think it was when when we during the Green Horse section when we came back with the castle with the calming fruit. It was after when the princess's face got stolen, and it was like Wario got really scared. And he's like, and yeah, that. And then we have besmirched noble's son, Mario. Grew up with the princess, now rarely gets the chance to see her. And now by the end of Miitopia, they get married. Which is what should have happened at the end of Mario Odyssey. See, Nintendo? I do the things that you won't. You don't have the balls to do. Anyways. Next we have the Great Sage, which is Matt from Wii Sports. It is... I think it's fairly self-explanatory. And Great Sage is pretty powerful. Matt is pretty good in Wii Sports. And yeah. A wise and powerful mage who roams the world helping others. Definitely sounds like something Matt would probably do in a fantasy setting. Yeah. Next we have the Genie of the Lamp. I mean, come on. How could I not make it Will Smith? Like, how could I not? He played the genie in the 2019 Aladdin live-action movie. I had to make him the genie in this series. I couldn't not, okay? Yeah. Used to cause no end of trouble until the Great Sage sealed him in a lamp. Alright. And next we have Next Door Town. Let's see what odd choices I had here. Okay, we got some interesting ones here. First we have the dancing guide Serena. Serena, the Pokemon from Sun and Moon. She loves to sing and dance, but not when crowds are watching. She's very dancing with them luscious long legs of hers. And then rambling old man Dr. Eggman. I don't know why I made Eggman the rambling old man. I guess I just thought it was kind of funny. Secretly wants to take up dancing. It's never too late to start. Fair enough. That's a good mentality to have. Never too old to be a bit bold. What they say. And then we have the Shady Merchant family. We have Shady Merchant daughter Acerola. I guess I chose Acerola because, well, I mean, it needs a daughter, and Acerola is kind of child look like. She had a childlike in terms of appearance and sun and moon, so I guess that's why I chose her. A shrewd girl who sells wares at high prices with the help of her father. And speaking of her father, we have a shady merchant father, Junkle. I specifically decided not to make a specific me for this guy. I do remember that. I don't remember anything about Flavio, but I do specifically remember Junkle. I wanted to keep it because, I mean, I kind of liked his design, and I thought the name Junkle was kind of cool. Rakes in the money by feigning illness, amazed at his daughter's schemes. So, yeah, I don't really have much else to comment on, so moving on. Next we have Worried Explorer Luigi. We had Mario as the noble son, now we have Luigi as a worried explorer. Funny enough, we're playing through Paper Mario: The 1,000-Year Door, you know, listening to Luigi's tale, his adventures tales and whatnot. It kind of makes sense with it. Fits him. Scours the world in search of treasure, but never finds a thing. And next we have a prickly pair, the prickly husband Peter Griffin from Family Guy. I guess I just really wanted to do a Peter Griffin impression. And fed up of listening to his wife prattling on, needs a long holiday. And prickly wife Lois, sick to the back teeth of her husband never taking anything seriously. Yeah, I guess that kind of accurate to Peter and Lois's dynamic in Family Guy. I don't know. I never watched Family Guy. And last year we have the desert celebrity Frisk. I'm not 100% certain why I made Frisk the desert celebrity. I mean, I could just go back and rewatch the old Miitopia series, but why do that? I do that. The video quality is not that great, and I don't like listening to my voice. But yeah. And so, a wealthy celebrity who just can't seem to stop getting richer. I mean, Undertale is crazy popular. I guess that kind of makes sense. So, yeah. And moving on, we have the Fab Fairies. These are the 3 fairy sisters. And start going from youngest to oldest. We have the youngest Fab Fairy, Nessa, from Pokemon Sword and Shield. The youngest sister makes up for her height with her bossy attitude. Not really like Nessa in the game. Anything's kind of the opposite, honestly. But I mean, I needed someone to fill the role, and I chose Nessa. So, yeah. Then for the middle Fab Fairy, we have Marnie, also from Pokemon Sword and Shield. The middle sister has a shy streak, but is very sweet once she opens up. Yeah, that sounds like Marnie. That does sound like her. Yeah. And last but not least, we have the eldest Fab Fairy, Tifa, from Final Fantasy VII. Don't know why I went with 2 characters from Pokemon, and then went with the Final Fantasy character, but oh well. Eldest of the fairies, she commands her siblings with an air of grace. Oh, she could command me with an air of grace, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry. Such a dumb joke. Anyways, moving on, we have the Elven Retreat. Yeah, we have we've got quite the onslaught, the ensemble of people here. We have injured elf Waluigi! The town's pointed guard, except he's forever lost in daydreams. Alright. I don't really have much to comment on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I don't have much to comment on. I don't have, like, super deep reasoning for why some of these characters are the way they are. It's just why I picked certain characters. It's just, I don't know, 17-year-old me was a very different person back then. Next we have the Fab Fairies fans. We have Fab Fairies fan 1, Cloud, a member of the Fab Fairies fan club. The eldest sister is his hero. I mean, that's kind of self-explanatory. Cloud and Tifa kind of have a thing going on. Like, I suppose it makes sense. Next we have Fab Fairies fan 2. I chose Barret from also from Final Fantasy VII. We got the Final Fantasy VII trio here, ladies and gents. Yeah, a member of the Fab Fairies fan club greatly admires the middle sister. That's cool. And we have Fab Fairies fan 3, Sonic, and old in parentheses in brackets. I don't know. I'm not 100% certain why it says Sonic old. Maybe it's the person who made this made like a newer version of Sonic that was slightly different, and they just put the old in just to, like, so this is an old one versus this is a new one. I just kind of rolled with it, you know. So yeah. A member of the Fab Fairies fan club loves the youngest sister's antics. I mean, I guess that kind of checks out for Sonic, for some instances. And then we have Scaredy Cat Snom. I mean, I love Snom. He's such a cutie patootie. And also, I guess it kind of makes sense to maybe be a bit of a scary cat. Afraid of outsiders and turns them all away, hence the elven retreat. Alright. Next we have Green-Eyed Lady, Amy Rose. I mean, Amy's got green eyes, so it makes sense that you'd make her the Green-Eyed Lady. Hates the Fab Fairies with a passion, thinks she's better than all of them. Alright, a little rough. It is what it is, I guess. And here's another me that I decided to I didn't decide to switch out whatsoever. We have Lazy Bones Fowler. Again, I think I just went with the same logic with Jungle. I just liked the name and the design, I guess. So yeah. Life is full of ups and downs for most, but for him, it's middle of the road. Alright. And finally, we have the mischievous witch, Rick. I'm not 100% certain why I made Rick a mischievous witch, especially since the little text down below refers to it as a her. I mean, maybe Rick is trans, we don't know. Her magical abilities are limited exclusively to pranks. Shame. I mean, to be fair, it does kind of maybe sound like something Rick would do. But, yeah. So, that's the Elven Retreat. And that means the only thing that's left here is the Traveler's Hub. Now, I do want to just say that some of the NPCs that show up in the Traveler's Hub, they do tend to swap out. It's sort of like a daily cycle thing. So, some of these are not like exactly what I had some of them set as during the playthrough, but it is what it is. So, I think I did pick some of these. I did pick the well-informed Bod Thwomp. I just thought it was kind of cool. The #1 man for intel. If someone's heard it, he knows it. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just picked the Thwomp from Super Mario 64, because, I mean, Thwomps are pretty tough guys. And this guy's a bit of a tough guy, so I guess it worked. Have the singing chef Carlo. I don't think this was one. I don't think this was one I picked. I think this. I don't know. But, yeah. A traveler in need of assistance who wound their way to the hub. Okay. But next one here, I think I'm pretty sure I picked the singing mage Temmie. Traveler in need of assistance who wound their way to the hub. I think that's probably just the default text for like NPCs who need help. And Very distinct from some of the other ones. William, the starry-eyed pop star. Almost called him Will.I.am there for a second. Traveler needed resistance, found the way to the hub. These last two are these were ones that actually actually popped up when I booted up the game. So we have a Kung Fu Cat Stella, and same text there, and we also have a Garfield, the Punster Cat. Same thing here. So yeah, that's kind of about it. But I do know there was some specific needs I had for other I think you can only find it if we go to monsters. Like, probably also, like, just bring up, like, if we do find some, like, NPCs we've seen, then I'll probably just bring those up. We have the mini minion slime, first mini boss / boss we fought in the game. We have butterfly potato. You know, when a butterfly or potato got his face stolen by the Dark Lord, got stuck to a butterfly. Same with a minion. And we have Rocky Squidward. Kinda hard to tell that it's Squidward. Kinda more looks like a Minecraft villager, but I assure you it is Squidward. Here we have a Gardevoir mouse. He's so tiny on the mouse, I don't know why. We have a Imp Eevee. Eevee got her face stuck to an M. So, yeah. Then we have the Obama Golem. And yeah, this was we went to the Greenhorn Castle. We tried to talk to the king, and he's like, there's no such thing as the Dark Lord. I don't know what you're talking about. And then he got his face stolen and put on a golem. So yeah. Keep going. We have General Peach. This was the final boss of the Greenhorn area when we went to try and rescue Peach's face. She had it stuck to a pink gorilla. And it's the general. Honestly, kind of suits her, if you ask me. I mean, it looks neat. Now we get into the stuff from next door in the desert world. Here we have Peter Cobra. There's Peter Griffin's face stuck to the belly of a purple cobra. And we have Frisk. It's a mountain painting with Frisk's face on the mountain. Do you wonder if maybe the mountain's secretly Mount Ebbet from Undertale? I'm kidding. I mean, I don't know. Just a thought. But moving on, we have another painting. We have Serena in quotation marks. Alright, so it's just Serena with their face plastered on the Mona Lisa. We have Acerola Blade. This was a double mini boss. With and we had paired up with Jungle Shield. Okay, so it's a Shady Merchant family. It's the blade and the shield. That's kind of cool. And then for the final boss next door, we had Pharaoh Will Smith. So that was kind of cool. So yeah. Then we move on to Realm of the Fae. We had a Tifa Owl. God, that is so cursed. It's literally just Tifa's. Like, it's not even just Tifa's face. It's like the skin plastered on as well. That's disturbing. I don't like it. Moving on. We have Arachno Marnie. Oh god, that's just as bad. Oh god. We have a Tomato Bros. We have a Sonic, Old, Barret, and Cloud on a tomato stack. This one doesn't look as bad. I don't know why those two look so cursed to me. I don't know why. They have a Butterfly Snom. Not too much different from from a Butterfly Potato from earlier. And we have Rick Slime. It's just Rick's face on a slime. Honestly, Rick Slime kind of sounds like the name of a rock star or something, personally. And last but not least, we have Nessa Frog. This is the one. Why is this like the only like skin with the Fab Fairies that doesn't look absolutely cursed? And it kind of just looks like a big frog just has like an anime girl's face on his belly. Kind of funny. Anyways, next we move on to we're moving on to Krakaton or Karkaton enemies. And here is a burning Frozone Golem. So for a little bit of context, throughout the story, when we get to like a new area, the Dark Lord's been taking our allies, and here in Karkaton is basically where we are, where we finally go on a journey rescuing our friends and whatnot. And the first one we come across is Burning Frozone Golem, and then we have a Magma Zelda Slime. We have Pain Cloud Piranha Plant. Yeah, it doesn't really look like a Piranha Plant. For some reason, the like all the like the customization features on Piranha Plant didn't come through on this thing. So yeah, don't ask why. It just is what it is. Next, we have the Cerberus, which is a pretty cool boss. And this has a Tankman, Isabelle, and I think that's Marina is on the right head. So yeah, that was yeah. Yeah, we have a Pearl Demon that doesn't look like Pearl at all. Again, I don't know why the customization features aren't on them, but no. The Study of Camilla could be the space on the on a portrait of the Dark Lord. Here we have Logan Armor, who sounds like I don't know, it's a pretty cool name. It sounds like the name of like some kind of celebrity or something. I don't know, famous inventor or something. Yeah, it's Logan's face on a spiritual suit of armor. And we got the dragon. Yeah. I was thinking to myself, we didn't see Zelda, but I remember we had we got Magma Zelda Slime. Do I have the memory of a goldfish or what? Moving on. We have Dr. Cortex, the Dark Lord. This was the quote-unquote final boss of the game. But little did we know, it was actually it was literally, we were on like the halfway mark. So, yeah. And these next few enemies, they're from the ice world, Gone to Waste. Well, I don't have all the enemies here, but I mean that's probably unlocked through like some side quests or something. But yeah, here's early points. Ice Queen Undyne. It's meant to be Undyne from Undertale, but again, for like a lot of these guys, for some reason the face customizations don't show up on some of these bosses for some reason. I don't know why. And here we have enemies from Peculia. Cool. Oh, I remember we have Temmie Woofa the Wisp. I do remember having Temmie being in the series, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. It's not the singing maze that we saw earlier. I think I had Temmie dressed as it was Temmie as like a cat or something, and we were trying to find their dog, Toby, and oh god, I just realized Temmie is an Undertale character dog, and they're looking for a dog named Toby, and Toby's avatar is the annoying dog. And Toby Fox is also the creator of Undertale. What kind of big brain move was that on my part? Anyways, down the list. Yeah, now we're getting into stuff from a Nimbus. Maybe a Pokeball UFO. It doesn't quite look like a Pokeball. Oh, but I assure you, I think at the time it did look like a Pokeball. Yeah, a Robot Penguin. That's kind of cool. Alright. all right, I remember, because I remember because this specific episode where this is meant to be a crewmate from Among Us, and I made an Among Us joke at the start of that episode, and yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. Hey, here, look, this is back when Among Us jokes were still like sort of relatively new and fresh. Moving on. Into like stuff in the skyscraper. So we have Dr. Cortex, the Phantom of Evil. So this was when this was after we freed Cortex from control of the Dark Curse, and then when we got to the skyscraper, he had his face stolen and put on this Phantom of Evil. And we also kind of refought some old bosses, some other you had a strong Obama Golem and Gold General Peach. Gold doesn't quite look as good on her as the normal pink, but it is what it is. And we had Pharaoh Will Smith II, but I mean it's blue, and since Will Smith was the genie in Aladdin, it's kind of closer to how he looked in the movie, kind of. Yeah, we had a Tifa pole. Tifa's face stuck to a tadpole. And a red Nessa frog. And you don't have a. Why is Marnie not here? I don't know why. Or maybe it's just like the same enemy, but they just chose to. Sorry, I think what I remember that like. I think it was like near the end of the skyscraper. We had to like rescue the Fab Fairies again. Obviously Nessa was the frog, and I think like Marnie and Tifa, they were both tadpoles. So like, I guess maybe sometimes you can alternate between Tifa and Marnie, probably. I don't know. But apparently I didn't check some of these because I didn't see the alien. And I probably didn't check the bestiary before when we finished the game. This is the Matt's left hand. So this was when spoiler alert for Miitopia. This is when the Great Sage got possessed by the Dark Curse and became the Darker Lord. And this is basically Matt's right hand as well. We have this is when Darker Lord Matt becomes its final form, the Darkest Lord Matt. We also have some pearl coin here. So this was a thing in the during the Darkest Lord fight, and like the final phase was like all the teammates you had fighting the left and right hand. Matt would be like, "I'm gonna take your faces and I'm gonna stick them on these coins." So yeah, these are kind of like. So, like, any, like, party members that they're not using for, like, the final phase of the final boss, they basically got turned into coins, and you had to, like, rescue them one at a time. And, of course, we have Matt the Darkest Lord. He's the sun, ironically. So, yeah. And I think that's everything in terms of the bosses / cast, I think. Yeah, this is all probably like stuff from like post game that I haven't done. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about it for everything here in this Miitopia cast video. It actually went on a bit longer than I thought it would be, but yeah, it was kind of nice to go down sort of a trip down memory lane, you know. So yeah. And once again, remember, if this video gets at least 3 likes, I will do the Miitopia post game for you guys. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload made by me. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.